Welcome back. You're live with Expresso for a design-inspired last half hour of the show. So now this last weekend, the celebrity spirits were high. Last Saturday, as 7 local design companies were honoured at the 4th Annual Southern Guild Design Foundation Awards. Now, the awards ceremony was held at the Southern Guild Gallery in Woodstock, a beautiful place from what I've heard, and recognised the industry's top achievers as trailblazers in the local design industry. So you had to tell us a bit more about it and take us through some of those big winners this year. We are now joined by Trevyn McGowan, of course, who got into the spirit of these Design Guild Awards, what it's all about. But now we're going to go through some of the big winners. Who impressed you? Who impressed the country? Take us through some of the big winners on the night.
Well, the next future stars are Jason van der Linde and Sianda Mbele, who are going to do great things coming up. Pichulik, who's a fantastic South African brand. Why wear Gucci or Versace or Prada when you can have our own homegrown hero brand? Design icons this year were the husband and wife team, Dr. and Mrs. And they have work in the Cooper Hewitt Museum in New York. There they are at the moment. They have been at the Vitra Design Museum. Their collectible pieces are collected by the top people around the world, but they also produce new school desks by the 2,000 at a time for our universities and our schools. They have their own retail spaces. So they're designers who are achieving at every level of the market, and I think that's really what design is about.
I'm so glad that you focused in on that. What makes these particular designers stand out? How do we begin to even kind of basket the criteria together? What do you look for?
I think it's design companies who are really realizing that you have to be professional to be taken seriously in the global market. We exhibit in Miami, in New York, in Paris, in London, in LA, and we are up against the best from the rest of the world. So our designers really have to raise their game. They have to produce to a very high execution, and they also have to keep a unique viewpoint. As South Africans, we don't want to emulate what's happening around the world. We want to be who we are and communicate that narrative through our work.
And one gets a sense, we see it in our industry as well, there is a novelty around South Africa. There is something special happening in this country. And I think it's born out of necessity. Our design needs to matter. And you've got an incredible award called the Design with Purpose. Talk me through that.
So this is the first year that we've awarded this, but it becomes very important, obviously, in this country. We've got problems that other countries don't face and issues that need to be solved. So the Design with Purpose award went to repurposed school bags this year, which is a school bag for children made out of recycled plastic that serves many functions. It's waterproof, so it keeps the work dry on the way home. It's reflective, so that they're very visible. But there's also a solar reflective light that gets charged as they're walking to school, so that when they get home, they can study by the light of their school bags.
Wow,
made in Rustenburg. They've put 10,000 into schools already. It's just such a fantastic problem-solving solution.
Oh, I love this, and all of this just screams to me there is a massive vacuum for corporate South Africa to come in and provide the funding. We could change the world.
Absolutely.
Trevyn, thank you so much for joining us, and thank you for the work that you put into the industry, not just the awards. You guys are doing something truly special, so thank you so much for joining us. Well, you can see all of these talented local designers. They're influencing not only the way South African we appreciate our aesthetics, but our social landscapes as well. And we're going to get into a lot more design inspiration as the show continues this morning.